College football is back, baby. Week 0 might not have Texas or Ohio State taking the field just yet, but if you're like me, you don't care who's playing, you just want some action. What's up, sports fans? It's your boy Chris here at Game Day Wagers. Thank you so much for tuning into the College Football Picks and Predictions Show, Week 0 edition. All summer long, we've been grinding out baseball, soccer, the WNBA, but now it's time to lock in again on Saturdays with the return of college football. If you guys are fired up for college football, do me a favor, hit that like button, drop your best bet for Week 0 in the comments section, and let's cash some tickets together. Alright, before we get into the plays, let's set the table here a little bit for Week 0. These games are a little bit different. These lines have been posted for months, and Sharp Money has been moving these numbers all summer long. That means you'll see spreads that feel tight, and there's not a ton of obvious mistakes out there to bet into. But here's the thing, Week 0 is about motivation, it's about possible travel spots, and figuring out who's ready right away, and who's going to come out of the gate firing on all cylinders. There's going to be new quarterbacks in place, coaching changes that teams have to deal with, new systems being installed, and for some teams, this is the only chance for them to be in the spotlight on a limited slate. So, instead of just firing away on all 5 games on the college football slate, I'm looking for 2 things. I'm looking for situational angles and statistical edges. Situational angles can be broken down into a myriad of things, but more importantly, I'm looking at Stanford and their travels to Honolulu, Hawaii, the island where the Rainbow Warriors have been a good bet of late. And for statistical edges, I'm looking at returning production, offensive line continuity, which is something the Kansas State Wildcats have in spades. All that to say is that Week 0 rewards bettors who did their homework, and lucky for you, I did mine. So let's jump right into my 2 best bets for Week 0 of the college football season. The first play we are making is Kansas State minus 3 points, minus 110 over Iowa State. Look, this year's edition of Farmageddon takes place at Aviva Stadium in Dublin, Ireland, and the spread minus 3 would indicate this is going to be a close ball game throughout. But what I'm here to tell you is that I believe Kansas State is the superior team, and a team that should win this game going away, possibly by double digits. First and foremost, they'll have the best quarterback on the field in Avery Johnson. He's a dual-threat quarterback that can beat you with his arm, he can beat you with his legs while extending plays or design quarterback runs. He's a year older, he's got a year more of experience under his belt, and I fully expect him to take this next step forward to help elevate this Kansas State team. This Wildcats side also returns plenty of experience on the offensive line, which should help keep Johnson upright, keep the pocket clean, and create plenty of holes for a good Wildcats run game. As for Iowa State, they're going to tie their hopes to the wagon of Rocco Becht, who's coming off, yes, a 3,500-yard passing season, but the loss of his top 2 receivers, over 1,000-yard receivers each, is going to make this offense one-dimensional. With a limited passing attack, this will turn the Iowa Cyclones into a run-first team, and going up against a Wildcats front 7 that is stout, I just don't believe we'll see the Cyclones being able to move the ball or put up points at will. Give me the Wildcats here minus 3 to kick things off in the college football season. I think they're going to win this game by double digits. The second of our best bets for Week 0 of the college football season, we're going to go to Stanford, Hawaii. We're going to go to the island. We're going to lay the minus 137 on the money line with the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. Look, this is a game that was tailor-made for TV in the late night, early morning hours. However, this game is going to be played at 7:30 Eastern Time, which means there's going to be plenty of eyeballs on it and plenty of bets being made. The best wager you can make, as I mentioned for this game, is Hawaii on the money line for a couple of reasons. This is a team that enters this year with just a season win total of 5.5, but it's one that's trending in a positive direction. They entered this year under 4th-year coach Timmy Chang and have a stable defensive unit that should be the difference in this contest. When you look at the Stanford Cardinals, they are breaking in a new interim coach in Frank Reich, and they'll have a new transfer quarterback in Ben Gobranson, who wasn't exactly lighting it up at Oregon State. This Cardinals side is one that was void of any real explosive plays last year, and I expect that to continue early on in the season as they try to mesh things together early on. The Stanford defense, they were not built to slow opposing defenses down, so if Hawaii can do their thing on home field, put up 24-plus points like they've averaged all of last year, this should be a going-away win for the Rainbow Warriors. Mika Alejado is a promising young talent at quarterback for the Rainbow Warriors, and I do believe he's going to take this passing attack to the next level. Add in the fact that the Rainbow Warriors have been solid at home over the last 5 games, going 4-0-1 against the spread at Aloha Stadium, and they've covered in 4 of their last 5 games overall. I'm going to take the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors on the money line at minus 137. As for the remaining 3 games on the betting card for Week 0 of the college football season, I've not got to the window yet with these 3 plays, but these would be my leans if I had to recommend a side or total in each of these games. First, we'll start with UNLV versus Idaho State. I would recommend laying 25.5 points with the UNLV Rebels. They're the bigger team. They're the stronger team. They're the faster team. They're the more athletic team. At home, I expect them to pitch a shutout against this FCS side that's not even listed in terms of the FCS championship odds. So lay the points, UNLV minus 25.5. From there, we're going to go to Kansas, Fresno State. I'm going to take the Fresno State Bulldogs plus 13.5 points. Jalen Daniels should be able to elevate his game for the Jayhawks, but the Bulldogs have enough on defense to limit a new-look receiving corps for the Jayhawks, and they do have a quarterback that's reliable enough to keep the sticks moving and put up points against a defense that's missing some key pieces. This is a spread that smells fishy to me, and the backdoor will always be open for Fresno State to cover. Take the Bulldogs plus 13.5 points, minus 110. And finally, from there, we're going to go to Sam Houston versus Western Kentucky. I'm going to take the points with the Bearcats here, plus 10.5. They're breaking in a new coach and have to replace their top receiver and top running back from last year. But Western Kentucky is in a similar position. Their defense was atrocious last year. They couldn't stop a nosebleed, and I do not see them taking a step forward early on in this season. This game's going to come down to the wire, I believe. So we're going to take the points here, plus 10.5 points with the Sam Houston Bearcats, minus 110. Now that we've covered all 5 games, let's just run it back quickly with my best bet recap. Best bet number 1, Kansas State minus 3 points versus Iowa State. They have the better QB, the stronger offensive line, and they should control the game physically from start to finish. Best bet number 2, Hawai'i moneyline minus 137 over Stanford. Stanford is in transition once again, and the Rainbow Warriors should have enough offense in the reserve to get the win on their home field. 3 leans for you. As I mentioned, UNLV minus 25.5 over Idaho State. The Rebels' size and speed should be a mismatch for this Idaho State Bengals side. Fresno State plus 13.5 over Kansas. The Fresno defense should do enough to get this backdoor cover. And Sam Houston State plus 10.5 over Western Kentucky. The Hilltoppers defense is still a liability, and the Bearcats should be able to keep this one close throughout. These are the plays I'll be rolling with this weekend in college football. I'll be posting live reactions and maybe even some in-play spots on my X account, where you can follow me at MC_silly3 on Twitter. That link will be in the description. And that's going to do it for week 0 of the college football season. It's not the biggest slate on the board, but man, it feels good to have college football back on the board and in our lives. Next week is the real kickoff. Week 1 is loaded with monster matchups, including Texas versus Ohio State, and I'll have a full breakdown dropping on the channel live next Thursday. Before you guys go, though, be sure to drop a like on the video. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel Game Day Wager so you don't miss on anything going forward. And drop your favorite Week 0 bet in the comments section. I'll feature some of them in next week's video. And on that note, we are done. Good luck with your Week 0 college football best bets, and we'll catch you all next week. As always, good luck.